Welcome back to Madam Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, and should we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today? Where do you see the very exciting news? Sorry, I'm just rearranging everything on my desk. As essentially, we got a group watch party of Squid Game Season 2 coming up. But since I've already saw the first episode, I was like, I will record this Animal Crossing now and then join in when it gets to episode 2, just so I won't have to record at like 11 PM or something. But hopefully you've seen a very exciting announcement that the Switch 2 is coming. But good evening, everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 7:45 PM on Thursday, January 16th, 2025. I'm almost like tempted to not even talk about it, because I remember last time I spoke about something I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, which is the Steam Deck. The amount of people who ended up clicking on the video diary of Animal Crossing Steam Deck, I assume expecting something more than just a random person talking about it vaguely for 20 minutes is probably disproportionately high. But I'll do it anyway, why not? This is, in my opinion, the series is kind of more like a diary of time rather than necessarily having to always be up with the current trends and all the times and under that sort of false expectation. I think it's very exciting, to be honest. For once, not for once, I was like, 1.1, very suitable naming scheme. Instead of calling it New Nintendo Switch or whatever we had going on with the DS's and 3DS's naming scheme, is actually just called Nintendo Switch 2. And honestly, it kind of makes sense because, you know, it feels, and it is, hopefully, going to be actually like a straight upgrade, even if there is backwards compatibility. Well, okay, I don't know if we know that many details about it, but my hunch is that hopefully the processing, like core of it or whatever, is going to be a little bit better, so it's not so stuttery on certain games. Not that that really matters to me. The only game I play right now is Animal Crossing on it, but still, I think that's very exciting. The one, you know, it's such a minute thing to be excited over, but one of the things I was like most excited looking at was like, oh yeah, look, you can switch, you can like click on the Joy-Cons directly to the side of the Switch instead of having to do this weird slidey up and down thing now, which is so minute. But I was just like, I don't know, that feels better for some reason to me. I could not pinpoint to you why. It just, I don't know, I guess it feels a bit more natural. Because the regular Switch has like a very annoying buttons which you had to sort of like click and get used to slide up and down with them. The second thing I was very excited for, which one, new Mario Kart coming, which is always fun. Mario Kart, a great party game, but also apparently is up to 16 players now. The new Mario Kart, which is insane because I remember the jump from 8 to 12, which I think happened in Mario Kart Wii. I can't remember off the top of my head. So 12 to 16 is pretty crazy. Hopefully then that means it can actually render all of them. And I want to see what they got cooking. I wonder if it's going to be like the sort of Smash Bros. Ultimate sort of thing where it's like all the tracks are here. That'd be pretty cool. Excessive, I might say, but very cool. I don't know, I've just got high hopes. You know, we're at the stage where we basically know nothing about it. I don't know if there's a website about it actually. I know there's a Switch 2 experience. There is one in the UK, which is plausible for me to get to, I think. But yeah, honestly, it looks pretty slick. I actually completely forgot we got messages in a bottle. Does this even have a recipe? Like, that we don't know. We already know all of these. Okay, whatever. What was I going to say? Honestly, it looks pretty slick. You know, it's bigger. Like, it's, if anything, surprising. Because it's actually very, just, like, not something I expect from Nintendo. Because, you know, Nintendo, every single time they get a new console out for some reason, whether good or bad, they do, like, a crazy iteration upon it. Where they'll do something, who knows, what necessarily to like improve it or like change it up or give it a new skin or coat or paint. Like, you know, I mean, one I always think about is the typical Wii U, where it's just like, oh, I got a whole new gamepad sort of thing in, and then it, you know, kind of flopped for multiple reasons. One being the fact that everyone thought the Wii U was the same thing as a Wii. But I guess hopefully they're going to circumvent that by calling it Switch 2. Numerical increments are quite a clear indicator of hopefully a step upwards, especially because there's a precedent set by Well, I was going to say other game consoles, maybe I guess PlayStation only, because who knows what the heck Xbox is doing with their naming. I don't even know what the most modern Xbox is called. Xbox One? Or is it? Hold on. It goes Xbox, Xbox 360. No, then it goes Xbox One. I missed out one of them. No, there's whatever the newest one is. Hold on. Xbox Generations? I'm not sure how to describe it. Xbox One. Xbox Series X and Series S. There we go. I forgot about those. Oh yeah, the One S and One X. Whatever, I don't know. Anyway, very confusing. Fully respect for PlayStation for just being, you know what it is, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Is there a PlayStation 6 coming out? I don't know. But, you know, it's a very sort of clear increment. But there seems to be a thing with like these tech companies where they like to sort of reset the numbering system or whatever they have at some point. You know, I remember when Windows, I think, switched over. No, I guess it's a conversation for another time. We're talking about the Switch too, but it's like when Windows switched over from like the random words they used to actually using numbers. It's like, I wish they also had the random words at the same time. Like, just use a number as a main one, but then also give it like a nickname. Kind of like Android did, except for Android doesn't do that anymore. Android now just use actual numbers. I love the fact that they gave it the sort of like sweet treat naming scheme. Very unique. But at the same time, I understand how like confusing it is. It's weird how in some cases I'm like, yeah, and the other cases I'm like, no. Anyway, long and short, Switch 2 coming out, exciting. Am I gonna get it? If I don't have a need to get it immediately, then I don't see why I would, to be honest. It's like with the first Nintendo Switch, I held off on buying for so long because I wanted to get the Animal Crossing version, because I was like, new Switch, it's a new console, they're gonna have an Animal Crossing, it's been teased or whatever, that's time, I'll wait for it. And then it just took so long to get out, but I was like, okay, I'm actually just gonna get the Switch. I can't remember what I got it for. Mario Kart, I think. Oh no, is it not? There's not even a thing here. What am I trying to do? But I eventually got it for Mario Kart, and you know, I don't regret it. And then it was like 6 months later or something. The Animal Crossing Switch came out, and I was like, you know, too little, too late. Would absolutely love to get it, but it's always a shame because like the really cool looking versions, I think, of like these consoles, etc., always come out so late. Like the only reason I got like such a cool 3DS XL, like the Pikachu one, is because you are Tyler Rattle. That's it. I was like, I can't remember. The only reason I got the 3DS XL, the Pikachu version, is because I got the 3DS XL so late compared to when I would have got the console normally. Like I got it like a year or two or something after it was like released. I don't even remember why. Was there no 3DS games that I wanted to play? I guess not. I must have got it for Animal Crossing, that's why. But even then, I got Animal Crossing newly super late. I think I didn't get it on release. So yeah, but I mean this time, because there's backwards compatibility, and knowing Nintendo, they have a pretty decent track record for some level of compatibility. Like the Wii can play all the GameCube games, 3DS can play all the DS games, stuff like that. The original DS Lite can play all the Game Boy games. But they don't have a great track record for porting things, but at least for backwards compatibility when it comes to cartridges and physical copies have been pretty decent. So presumably I can play this Animal Crossing for ages. And then not until Animal Crossing 2 is announced do I need to get a Switch 2, at which point, boom, second Animal Crossing, Switch variant. I can revel in that. We have a lot of flowers about the place, huh? But alas, until that point, I will be stuck using my good old reliable Nintendo Switch, and hopefully they fixed the Joy-Con drift. It's kind of like a very main thing, which I don't know if they didn't even address it in the future versions of the Joy-Con. I was saying that I've been using this pink and yellow one for a while, and it's not had Joy-Con drift, but I also have not had it nearly as long. But yeah, my assumption is that they must have. It would honestly be insane that this was one of the biggest complaints about the Switch. Is two things: is one, processing power is quite weak, and the second one being the fact the Joy-Cons drift eventually after use. So maybe these pink and yellow ones do actually have a fix in them, because I feel like I've used them basically as much. You know, because certainly when I used to play with Switch, I was not playing Animal Crossing for like half an hour every single day. But I also can't remember when I got these, so maybe it's not actually been that long. But hopefully with that, it's actually fixed, Joy-Con drift. It looks like there's some sort of reinforcement with them. But let's see, Switch 2. There's probably an official website. Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo official website. It's literally just a trailer. Skip. I've already watched the trailer. Honestly, it looks pretty clean. And that's something I saw people saying, which I 100% agree with, and I'm kind of surprised. It's like, it's very, very safe for Nintendo, right? Nintendo always known for their sort of innovations, for changing things up, for doing something crazy different, but it basically does just look like an upgrade to the Switch. I guess so. If anything, I was kind of waiting with bated breath to see what crazy gimmick we're going to introduce, or something weird and wacky, like maybe, well, you can attach 4 Joy-Cons or something to a Switch. I don't know. But it's just, yeah, it's just surprisingly normal. I don't know why we were 2 cosmoses up there instead of like a different flower as well, but it's like completely irrelevant to what I was saying. But I'm gonna, you know, while we got this moment, I'm gonna switch out that cosmos for a pansy, just because there's a few pansies around here. We have another cosmos literally right over there. Yeah, it's just surprisingly like, oh, you know, I'm surprised that you're restrained to Nintendo. Not that I don't appreciate Nintendo's always pushing all the boundaries sort of thing as well. I've liked it sometimes, I disliked it other times. I'll be honest. Wii U, it's okay. I don't think I've ever really used the gamepad for much, to be honest. Like, I had a Wii U, but I think I only ended up playing Wii games with it. I don't even remember using the gamepad, which is crazy to think, because I cannot think of a single game I had which I played with a gamepad on Wii U. Which can't be right, but maybe it is. And I know there are a lot of games which you could, or had to. I think I picked Pikmin 3, maybe, and I just never played it. I'm not sure. Anyway, 2025, Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, I do like it's got the sort of like colour internally as well. I do like the colour externally, but it's a new, fresh enough look, fresh enough change up where I'm like, interesting. I guess by existence of it being something different. Let's see, does it have any details in here? Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games, as well as Nintendo Switch games, of course. And it says that some things may not be fully compatible. Don't know what that means. Oh yeah. Some people theorize that probably referred to them, the Nintendo Labo kits or whatever they're called. Which, honestly, I completely forgot about things. Oh, I didn't realise Nintendo Direct as well, talking about it, April. That's quite a way away. This is also something like when Nintendo Switch 2 was apparently leaked a while back. It was just like it was going to be announced this week, which is crazy. How do I know? Someone is very angry. But yeah, so there's a Nintendo Switch experience at some point. And I don't know if it said where. Let's see. Nintendo Switch 2 Experience London. Tickets. Excel Centre, makes sense. January 17th and January 26th. Nintendo account is required to register. Oh no, 11th to 13th. I don't know what I do, though, at it. Part of me maybe we'll go for the novelty. What day is 11th to 13th? That must be a weekend, right? I don't know what other day we'll run it on. Yeah, 11th to 13th is a weekend. If anything, I kind of want to know what games are coming. I want to know more about the Switch. They've got nothing about the details or whatever. They've literally just teased it. Which is pretty cool. I mean, cool that it's coming. Sparse on details, but I don't know. Wasn't there like rumours for ages about like some OLED Nintendo Switch screen or something coming? I don't know if that was this they were necessarily referring to, but I can't imagine that wouldn't be much overlap. Wouldn't be much overlap is maybe a bit of a weird way to say it, but you know what I mean, hopefully. Yeah, so maybe that's what it's being referred to. Maybe that's not. I can't really say. Yeah. What else can we say about it? I don't know. What game am I most excited for? I don't know, I feel like Mario Kart is surprisingly one which I like playing a lot. I've not even like fully completed, I think, the original. Not the original, but Mario Kart 7. Like Mario Kart Wii was a game I played a huge amount, and I basically did everything. Like, unlocked everything, I got like triple stars and all the Grand Prix. I think I beat all the expert time trials as well. At least I definitely got me costume B, which might have only been beating the normal time trials, maybe not the expert ones. But Mario Kart 7, or whichever one it is, have not nearly played. Wait, what? As I speak, have not played nearly as often. But even then, I've nearly got triple stars, I think, on all the Grand Prix just by like playing passively, like with friends or whatever. No holds barred, I think, when it comes to playing stuff like that. Of course, I'm gonna go full out, get my triple stars. What else was I gonna say? I don't remember. I don't know. Well, hold on, let's see. Nintendo Switch early titles. What other early titles were released? Nintendo Switch launch titles. Like Mario Odyssey was very early on, wasn't it, as well? 1-2 Switch, of course. You know, you've got to have your Wii Play equivalent. Just Dance. Just Dance is actually lit, I'm not gonna lie. A great party game. Don't know about any of these others. Oh yeah, I forgot about Breath of the Wild. Only Super Bomberman R. I actually have that, I think. And I played very little of it. Binding of Isaac? Fair enough. 12 Nintendo Switch 2 launch titles we'd love to see. Mario Kart 9, that's a given. A new Animal Crossing game is not going to happen on release. You are out of your mind. Ring Fit Adventure 2 I can absolutely see happening though. Because now the Joy-Cons are bigger, like it's not going to fit in the old Ring Fit anymore, right? Pokemon, the next Pokemon version? Maybe I can see that. I don't know. The possibilities are endless, and by endless I mean actually very endful, but still. I guess this is kind of cool. It's fun to be on these sort of hype trains as they sort of happen. Because it's weird, because I feel like as a child, hearing them being announced, like when, you know, like the DSi was like slated to be released or something, I was like, whoa, so hype. And then like in teenage years, I was like, ah, kind of whatever. But now I'm an adult again, it's kind of like, yeah. It's a little bit of hype once more. Mainly because it's like actually plausible that I can actually go out and buy it, I suppose. Near release or whatever. And as a child, you just have a zeal for everything. A vigor, one might say. I don't know why you would say vigor, but still. Yeah, I mean, I wish I just had more to comment on about it. I really don't. I suppose if you wanted more less wishy-washy conversation about random anecdotes and things like that, you'd probably go to a different like a news coverage site or something about video games rather than just me randomly spouting off, well, you know, vague opinions and thoughts here. Anyway, I think that's enough of that. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been here, darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, hop up here. Bye bye for now.